barbershop conversation, guys. Feel free, hit the subscribe button, click the link below. 9 Wives, award-winning film. We did it. Amazing job. Thank you to the team. Click the link below and watch it, and let me know what you think of it. Let me know what you think about it. Many people ask, how can I support the channel, support the film? Easy enough. Sha'Carri Richardson. There's been much said about Sha'Carri Richardson this weekend, with her coming in 9th place, which was last place in that race, and her post-race interview. And yeah, it came off abrasive, and it could be deemed as disrespectful, annoying. Will advertisers steer away from her? Quite possibly. The one thing that cures all is winning. And I can't comment on if she trained, if she didn't train, but when you create what you actually want, you have to show proof of concept. And she wanted the world on her. She wanted, I believe, just based off of her parents, she wanted the comparisons between her and FloJo. She said in an interview, the 5th or 6th fastest time in history. So it's in her, and she has to be consistent about it. That's why they do. That's why they do averages in the NBA, and that's what you get paid off. What's your average? Michael Jordan averaged 35 points a game, so he's going to get paid according to his averages. And Sha'Carri came in 9th place. And the most beautiful thing about track is that in 2 weeks or 3 weeks, she's going to be in another race. And if she wins that race, all is forgotten. That's the most beautiful thing about individual sports, is you go from the U.S. Open to the Australian Open to the French Open and to Wimbledon. So you get another chance to redeem yourself, as opposed to LeBron James, where he got to wait a whole entire year in team sports to actually win a championship. So she got what she wanted. I genuinely believe she got what she wanted. Now it's time for her to show up. Like in boxing, you do all the training, it's time to show up. So my challenge to her is, be who you say you are, and let the world see who you say you are. And sometimes you got to pull from something and give from somewhere else. She got the world watching her now, so she's done her job in terms of being a PR magnet. I'm doing a video on it, the first time I've ever done a video on her. So that tells you how well she's branding herself. And 2, you got to play the game a little bit. You understand what I'm saying? You got to have that push-pull, because 1, you don't need to talk to the audience you already attracted to. You need to talk to the audience that are not fans of you yet. And I'm gonna go back and say this all the time. I've never seen her take a picture that I've seen recently. I've only seen her by herself. Where's her mentors? Where's her coach? Where's her father figure? Where's her sisters? Where's her auntie? Her mother. I believe her mother's alive, or her grandmother's alive. Help me out with that, guys, in the comment section. But it's time. I think, if Kennedy made a mistake as it pertains to media relations, I would be there to be her buffer. You understand what I'm saying? I would coach her on how to do interviews. Being media is a magnet. Yeah, you can be raw, you can be uncensored, but you got to curate yourself. And that's why people that are in media that are great, they can internally curate themselves, to speak to a certain audience, And I'm not down on her. I'm excited for the next race. I'm interested in what she's gonna do next race. Is she Emmitt Smith, or is she Vernon Phillips, or Lewis Phillips, the kid out of the that got drafted by the Rams out of Nebraska, had all the talent, but Emmitt Smith worked a little bit harder, He destroyed my Giants on Monday Night Football about 20, 30 years ago with a dislocated shoulder. Bro, now it's time to put the work, Hard work beats talent when talent don't work hard. We've heard that many, many times. So I wish her well. I will have a more absolute opinion on her leading up to the second race and the results of her next race. But right now, I think it's time to root her on, and hold her accountable. You can root for someone and hold them accountable. I don't know why we don't do that. You know what I mean? Like, hold her accountable. She says she's great. Show me great results. But now ain't the time to be like, oh, she ain't shit. She ain't that. She ain't got no male role models in her life. I can see it. Because she's loose around the edges. For the most part. And I say this just based off of the people that are in my life. Not based off of what you've seen outside. Women, young girls, young ladies, don't talk like that when they have a male father figure in their life. I'm talking about my circle of influence. I'm not talking about what you've seen on TV and what you've seen in your world. I always seen great grace out of women that are in my circle of influence. And win or lose, there's a standard that you must hold yourself to. And if she wins, she can do whatever she wants, but we don't want it to be like a jig. You understand what I'm saying? So anyways, man, hit the link below. I'm still waiting for a male father figure, and I'm waiting for a win, and I don't want her to be a one-hit wonder. I want her to be a Hall of Famer. I want her to be an Olympian in 2024. I'm rooting for the girl, the young lady, excuse me. I want her to succeed. But this was the test run. Now she's had about 60 days in terms of being the it girl. Now we got to show results. Now it's time for the results to start coming in. She's realistically, she's more fresh than the girls that ran in the Olympics because she didn't have to get on planes and she didn't have to run. So now is the time. So my challenge to her is show the world who you say you are and who you believe you are, and the 6th fastest time in history. Be that woman. You understand what I'm saying? And start attracting the fans that, guess what, are not fans. You already have them. You know what I mean? You can talk to the fans on your Instagram that you already have, and get a media coach or whatever, a PR person. I think someone like you should have a PR person, and how you talk to the world at one time. You know what you say? I'd like to thank God. You talking there, even if you don't believe in God like they do. You want to get the world's attention. You want to speak to the world. Say, I thank God. That means you're talking to Allah. You're talking to Buddhists. You're talking to Christians. I like to thank God. Simply put, now people are more relaxed. And so, but anyways, man, that's just media coaching 101. But anyways, man, I appreciate y'all. And click the link below. 9 Wives, Sha'Carri Richardson. I'm rooting for you. But now you got to show the world who you really are. Focus in, lock in, and be great. And my challenges to her is to be great. And if she continues to slip and fall and can't get up, shout out to DMX, then she deserves to be held accountable from an athlete's perspective, And I'm going to say this again. Where are the male figures in her life? And I stand by that. Barbershop conversation. I appreciate y'all. I'll holla. Peace.